All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, back with some rankings updates. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so I got to go ahead and do one for this this here strawweight division. We had a little shakeup, couple of shakeups here, and yeah, of course, there's some other videos I got to do, man, just talking about the strawweight division in general, as far as who I see as being like the most promising, or just like the next crop of fighters I think will be in the top 10. Now, I don't know who's going to be the next champion or who's going to be the next title contender. I ain't gonna lie, I don't see that like I did at flyweight, okay? But I do see some fighters I think that are going to be good enough to be in the top 10, and they're probably going to be part of that new era. But let me see here, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull these rankings up. All right, so kicking it off here at number 15. First up, we got Tecia Pennington. All right, Tecia enters the rankings at number 15 after beating Carla Esparza in a controversial fight. I know a lot of people felt Carla won that fight, but yeah, Tecia Torres, she gets back in the rankings here off of this win here, and that knocks Karolina Kowalkiewicz out of the rankings. All right, so yeah, Carolina's out, just in case y'all was wondering who got knocked out. So yeah, Tecia Torres at number 15. Number 14, of course, is Jillian Robertson. Y'all know she's gonna be fighting Luana Pinheiro, I believe, in a couple of weeks, right? So we got Luana Pinheiro at number 13, and we got at number 12, of course, we got Angela Hill, who's coming off that loss to Tabitha Ricci. And just my thoughts on Angela Hill right now. I think this is probably where she's gonna be. I was, I guess, jumping the gun a little bit, feeling like maybe Angela Hill was gonna be that next top 10 fighter that might be able to get at least one title shot in before a career, but I don't know right now. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be looking like that, because if she keeps, having these moments where she can't make full-on adjustments and just be this brand new fighter, a brand new but experienced fighter, if that makes sense, I don't think she'll be in that point right now. But Angela Hill without an opponent, I would say I would love to see her in there with Marina Rodriguez now, because both of them are kind of in that same position, right? I think Marina's gotten a little bit higher than Angela, of course, but I would like to see that fight next for both Marina and Angela. Number 11, we got Lupi Godinez. I don't think she has anybody scheduled. If she does, let me know in the comment section, because I'm not looking at her fight schedule here. But yeah, Lupi's at number 11. So jumping into the top 10, man, it looks a little interesting here. We had some change-ups here, some big jumps, some big drops. At number 10, of course, we got Tabitha Ricci. Last week, she was number 9, but she's still in the top 10. I think, yeah, with Tabitha Ricci, where she stands, she's possibly going to be one of these fighters in the new era that's going to be sticking around, in the top 15, circulating in and out, or jumping back into the top 10, possibly getting a little bit higher now, because, she's going to be taking on the number 2, Yan Zhang, next month. That's crazy. She's taking a big leap, 7-8 spots up. So Tabitha Ricci, I think, yeah, she's going to be around here for, however long, until she makes the right improvements to get a title shot, or, until, she just runs into somebody and falls out of the top 10. So, yeah, Tabitha Ricci, I know some people see a lot in her. Like I said, when she was on the LFA level, I saw a lot of promise that needed just a lot of work to eventually get to the UFC, but she signed real early, so she's gonna have to do a lot of learning on the job, kind of like Macy Barber did. When Macy Barber got signed, she had her power carrying her through a lot of these fights, but when she was stepping up against better competition like Roxy or Grasso, she fell short. But along the way, she was still getting in that work. So I think same thing needs to happen with Tabitha Ricci. She needs to be just kind of getting this on the job training to get better. Now that she's in this mix, because when she fights Yan Zhang, it's pretty much a lock at that point. Like, you're gonna be fighting some of the top fighters, either Suarez, Verna, and Weili now at this point. So hopefully, they get it together with Tabitha Ricci. But where she stands as a young fighter, she's much like Yasmin Lucindo. Like, she has a lot of potential, because she has youth, strength, and she has a solid discipline on her side. Like the BJJ, right? She has a black belt in BJJ, and on top of that, she's dating a boxer now, right? So dating the boxer, I hope that's rubbing off on her, and she does have intentions to go to Thailand. So hopefully, a lot of that stuff, really puts her together as a good, solid, complete fighter. And also, she kind of has like Tecia Torres to, look at and think. I mean, like, they're both kind of like the same size, but if she goes back and look at like what Tecia Torres did right and what she did wrong, she could kind of build up and say, okay, this is the route I need to go as a fighter. Like, I need to build up my power. I need to be more into throwing my shots with bad intentions. Here I need to use speed. Here I need to use my wrestling, things like that, right? She can kind of learn what Tecia did right and did wrong as a small, compact fighter, right? So, yeah, Tabitha Ricci at number 10. Number 9, man, Marina Rodriguez. She just dropped 3 spaces from number 6 after that Yasmin Lucindo loss this Saturday. Same thing with her, man. Like, hers was a close loss. It was a close loss. I thought she did enough to win, but at the same time, it's still the same situation with her. Get taken down and stay there. There haven't really been any improvements. At least I've seen some fighters, work on their sprawl, and you see like a change in like their approach to using their stand-up to avoid getting taken down. Like, Marina's in that pocket to get taken down so many times. Even like going for the tie clinch against Yasmin Lucindo was kind of like a no-no to me, because you give her a chance to body lock you, which she did, and trip and take you down. So Marina here, she's at number 9. Do I see her more so on the downside from here, or just like a gatekeeper like Angela Hill? Yeah, I do, honestly, unfortunately. I think this is the position where we just see her kind of take that fall until, she gets cut. Unless she improves that stuff I'm talking about, right? Which we haven't really seen now at 37. But we'll see, y'all. Number 8, coming into the number 8 spot, into the top 10, Yasmin Lucindo. Yasmin Lucindo, she jumps up 3 spots over Tabitha Ricci. Yeah, she's another fighter I think has a potential to be a top 10 for a while now, if she makes the right changes. A lot of things need to be worked on, though. She definitely has some good takedowns. She has the heart, grit. She can take a shot. I think she really needs to work on like her stand-up game. I think she's coming in with too much of Amanda Nunes intentions of trying to lob that right hand. She's got long reach for her height. She needs to work on her straight punches, like her boxing IQ and her striking IQ. She really needs to perfect that, because with her moving up, I believe she's going to be fighting. I'm going to go on record. She might be fighting Amanda Lemos or somebody like that. I like to see her fight the Dern Ebas winner or loser, but she might be fighting somebody like Amanda Lemos who's free. And Amanda Lemos, it only takes her one shot if your defense ain't up to par, right? So, yeah, Yasmin Lucindo there. I see good things happening for her, though. Number 7, Amanda Ebas. As y'all know, she's taking on the number 6, Mackenzie Dern. It's crazy how Mackenzie Dern is ranked higher than Ebas now, after Ebas already got a win over. But, Ebas been going back and forth with flyweight and strawweight. So, we'll see how this one turns out. I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive, seeing as how Dern has improved in some departments. So, I can't really go in saying it's going to be a one-sided fight for Ebas, So, anything could happen. Number 5, let's look at the top 5. We got Amanda Lemos. Amanda Lemos been watching her train. Looks like she's been working on her wrestling now and her takedown. So, hopefully she gets herself together. But I think she's another fighter that's like Marina, kind of on the downside. Like, I think Marina, unlike Marina, I think Lemos has strength and like good takedowns, and she definitely has BJJ, but it's just her IQ, man. Like, her IQ, she makes some wrong choices. Like, that Weili fight shouldn't have been as one-sided. It really shouldn't have been as one-sided as it was, but she just had the wrong game plan, man. So yeah, next up for her, maybe a fight, like I said, with Yasmin Lucindo or not Yan Zhana, because she's out. She just kind of sits there in the middle now. So she already beat Dern. So maybe Lucindo next year, I think. Number 4, Jessica Andrade. She's still here. Jessica Andrade still here. Jessica, I don't know, man. Like, even at this top 4 spot, I don't see her getting the title shot again or getting a rematch with Weili, because she's the same way, just so up and down, right? Just so up and down. Like, same thing, IQ issues. A lot of these girls have IQ issues, man. They just can't adjust to a certain situation or adapt and then adjust, So, yeah, we'll see what's up with Jessica Andrade. Your guess is as good as mine right now. Maybe move back up to 125. Number 3, Verna Jandarova taking on Tatiana Suarez. Number 2, Yan Xiaonan taking on Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci got to be careful in this fight. You know, I know a lot of people feel like this is Tabitha Ricci's chance to get in there, and she has the ability to win. I think Yan Xiaonan is big. I think she's like the one I can say, okay, I see improvements in her in her takedown defense, in her wrestling. Like, you can tell, like, she went back to the drawing board after Carla beat her so bad. She went back and worked on that. She didn't come back in with the same game plan. So yeah, Yan Xiaonan, she is going to be a tough task for Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci, could she win it? Of course, anybody can win, but I still think that with experience and tools, Yan Xiaonan maybe one step ahead. Number 1, Tatiana Suarez. Her and Verna, they're going to get this thing going. You know, Tatiana Suarez, we all say she's an uncrowned champion, but this fight's going to answer a lot of questions for her, where she stands as far as her abilities against an evolved fighter, and yeah, just where she goes from here. You know, can she go in there and dominate? And if she does, will she be that lock in for Weili? Or we don't know what's going on with Weili right now, right? Which goes to the champion. Weili, they must have something planned for Weili, because it seems like they would have gave her one of these fighters, because both of these fighters were locked in. To me, they were good enough to get a title shot to close out the year, just so the champ could fight at least 2 times this year. But, maybe Weili has an illness. Maybe there's a condition, an injury or whatever. We'll see. But from here, if they do something crazy like move up, let Weili take a move up to 125, I could see that. I just don't see it being the Valentina fight right now, when you done made Manon wait almost, going on a year after beating Erin Blanchfield. And before that, she already won some fights. So with somebody like Manon already on this good streak, and then you have Natalia Silva right behind her, then you have Rose and Erin who are in a fight. Like, you have just so many title contenders right now in a juicy division. It would be a stupid mistake right now to disrupt the action you have. This is what fans have been wanting to me, as far as getting your dominant champion back, or a possible dominant champion, or just making good matchups. This is what we needed. Now, if a division was in shambles like how bantamweight was, then you would sign a Kayla Harrison. All right, we got to bring in somebody with some potential star power, the best star power we got. All right, let's sign Kayla Harrison. She's going to add some life here, right? Things like that. But when you already got a division that's being consistent and this dangerous and this competitive right now, there's no need to throw a loop in there like a Weili. Weili doesn't need to save the division, right? If anything, Strawweight might need a little bit of saving in a year or two, So if Weili was to do a move at 125, like I said, I think it might be a 1 to 2 fight process where she fights a free flyweight and then goes for the belt. So I don't know, though. We just never know. But what makes sense over here is what I talk about, and that's how it goes. But believe me, I'm not stupid. I know what could possibly happen. But let's keep it logical, right? But yeah, that's the top 15 for the strawweight division. Like I said, right now, as far as the top 15, as far as the newcomers in there, I don't see anybody that is beating Weili, or I don't see anybody right now that is that girl that's gonna get that belt. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see that yet, like I do at strawweight. But if y'all do, let me know in the comment section. But that's the top 15 for the strawweight division. Maybe I'll do one for the bantamweight division next, guys. Combo Breaker 99, WMMA Talk. I'm